The interesting part is they detained him after he did the interview, which is really, by the way, like what the, like I would tell him, all right, bro, it's gonna be up 24 hours. Go tune in when I drop it on YouTube.
The journalist was dragged into an interrogation room, and his entire staff was halted from entering the nation. Oh boy. Okay. Well, here we go. Now we're cooking.
And now, for those of you that don't know, it's a police state. Okay, they have some of the strictest security of any country, bro. Like if you go in there and they find anything derogatory on you, right? You're critical of it or any of that shit, bro. They're going to keep you at the airport for hours. They're going to go through your phone. They're going to go through all your stuff. They do not f around. It is literally a police state. It is the definition of a police state because they're under constant threat because nobody wants them there in the region, to be honest with you.
Conservative podcast.
You know, I mean, you know, if you steal people's land, kill them and like, you know, people aren't going to want you around, to be honest.
Titan, Tucker Carlson, said he and his staff were detained in Wednesday following the interview with Donald Trump's ambassador to the country. So this is going to be a big interview. It's going to be an interview, obviously, of Mike Huckabee for the aforementioned reasons. But this is new. The former Fox
I hope he embarrassed him like he did with Ted Cruz.
News host flew to Tel Aviv for a sit-down interview with Mike Huckabee, who challenged Carlson to speak with him directly in an online spat, the country's treatment of Christians. Carlson, who frequently criticizes for its military actions in Gaza, took Huckabee up on the offer. Critics of the activists began piling on Carlson for purportedly not leaving the airport during the visit. He revealed that he was met with hostility in the Middle Eastern country. Carlson exclusively told the Daily Mail that shortly after the interview, Israeli officials confiscated his passport, hauled him and his colleagues into interrogation rooms privately. Men who were identified themselves at the airport took our passports, this is Tucker Carlson speaking, hauled our executive producer into a side room and then demanded to know what we spoke to Mike Huckabee about, Carlson told the Daily Mail. Whoa. This is an American citizen speaking with an American ambassador in a foreign country, and that foreign country is then harassing the journalist? That's insane. It was bizarre. We are now out of the country, says Tucker. Prior to the interview, Carlson posted a photo.
And it's weird, not only that, but like that they did this to him after the interview, because presumably they admitted him into the country. He just chose not to leave the airport. They did the interview and then they detained him after. Very weird.
Of himself and his business partner at the Ben Gurion airport with the captions, "Greetings from." I just showed you that photo. This is a really big scandal. Too bad Tucker stayed at the airport to face so many investigations, to see so many wonderful places, a huge obvious intention, missed opportunity. David Friedman, the former ambassador, saying Tucker should have gone into the country, right? Gotten assassinated. Two sources familiar with the matter, however, told the Daily Mail that the Israeli government initially did not want to allow Tucker Carlson into the country, prompting a delicate negotiation involved.
Yeah, of course they didn't want to let him into the country. Bros were mad that he was being critical of it. I'm actually shocked he went there. Like, I guess he really wanted this interview with Mike Huckabee for some reason. I don't know if like what his goal was during the interview was to like grill him or something, but I'm not surprised.
Involving the State Department. Goodness gracious. They didn't even want him there to interview the American ambassador. So an American can't go interview an American ambassador. In the end, the Israeli government decided to not bar Carlson from entering the country in order to avoid a diplomatic incident. A spokesperson for the U.S. Embassy in Israel denied that Carlson was detained, claimed he received the same passport control questions that countless visitors, including Ambassador Huckabee and diplomats,
1 second,
as part of their normal entrance and exit from it. It is not accurate that was going to let Tucker Carlson into the country for the interview, the representative. The only engagement at the embassy had to do with on the visit to coordinate his private plane landing as part of the facilitating seamless visit. It was Tucker who chose to only come to the country for a few hours and then depart. Tucker received the same positive treatment of any visitors. The Daily Mail contacted the White House and Netanyahu's office. Obviously, Carlson's been a critic of and has been advocating for the proper treatment of Christians inside of it. So here we go. Tucker Carlson detained in massive trending topic around the globe.
Yeah, I think they released him though. They probably asked us some questions and release them. I think that was also like a show of force from their side. They want to assert dominance, like, oh, you come to my country, we'll go to, you know what I mean?
American citizen journalist Tucker Carlson detained for interviewing a U.S. ambassador. We won't tolerate this. You just made it worse. Here we go. So here's both sides. MTG versus Laura Loomer.
Detaining an American citizen, the biggest, I would say Tucker right now is probably the biggest right-wing political commentator on America. Like, detaining him was a very bad move by the Israeli government to do that.
You wonder if intelligence has something on Tucker Carlson being a foreign agent. Do they have evidence that he works for Qatar or Iran. So here we go. Community notes remain undefeated. Carlson was only in the country for a transit capacity for a few hours to conduct an interview with Huckabee. He never left the airport. He refused an invitation to visit the Christian community in Tucker Carlson. Detained at the
I don't blame him, bro. Like, dude, like after all the shit he said, like I wouldn't go either. Just so you guys know, the Mossad has the most confirmed assassinations of any intelligence agency in the world. They're number one, okay? They're number one. This is what they do, okay? They kill more civilians than actual like military individuals, because what the Mossad really focus on is killing Iranian scientists. That's like their number one target list of people that they go after, Iranian scientists. So, bro, these guys do not around, man.
Airport, okay. The U.S. Embassy says Carlson was not detained or mistreated in Israel. He was routine passport control questioned at Ben Gurion. Tucker claims he was dragged into an interrogation room. When I was in college doing political activism in college Republicans, I was invited to Israel. I went to Israel, and they had heavy passport controls. I wasn't dragged in any interrogation room, but I mean, I think Tucker would know the difference between normal passport controls and like being dragged into an interrogation room.
No, they definitely put him in a room.
If you enjoy my videos, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want to create clips like these fast, try Opus Clips. It's smart, simple, and built for creators.